And I got it. I just got it.
What is it?
Cho'Gao is coming back, guys.
You think so?
I think so. Ariel with Cho'Gao, which I talked about in the beginning of the broadcast. Let's see as we go into the draft of Infernal Shrine game number 3. I hope so.
I don't think it's going to happen. If it does, I feel that L5 is ready. I'm not trying to be a hype killer here, but we've seen it tried so many times. L5 has dealt with this themselves specifically multiple times throughout their career. In the Ariel Cho'Gao, even with Resurrect, if you resurrected Cho'Gao, you simply kill it again as you won the team fight. And so I don't think this is worth it. Although we'll see, BlossoM looks really hyped in the player cam. We'll see if they lock it in immediately here. If that's what they have planned, I'll be pretty disappointed.
Not even Kerrigan first pick coming out from L5.
They want to wait and test the waters first to grab the top tier warrior, which is going to become more important.
Yep. There's the Evil Prime. Diablo.
That's right.
Diablo.
aka Diablo on Subway diet.
You're killing it today.
Diablo is cutting back on carbs, okay?
Guys, that's not Genji on top. That's Zarya, by the way.
Yeah.
Looks kind of like Genji, so.
This Diablo is only drinking Coke Zero nowadays.
Coke Zero. Okay,
so
let's move on to the draft. Moving on to the draft.
So
with Muradin, Kerrigan is still open. Tastar is still open also.
Yeah.
Kerrigan, Tastar has been getting slight nerfs every other patches, so maybe Tastar went down a little bit more after we skipped a bit of patch coming in here. And Tychus is already a hard counter for Cho'Gao, so maybe we're not going to see it.
I don't think so. With the Diablo already coming out, it feels unlikely. Going to be the Malfurion, so L5 is really expecting there's a possibility of this, and they're really kind of drafting around that. And I don't think they're going to ban it because I think they feel confident with the draft they have so far that they can deal with it. So we see the Arthas ban potentially here, which is fine.
There was also a slight buff on the cooldown of Graviton Surge. Maybe we'll see Graviton Surge coming in with Diablo. We just saw some amazing plays coming out from GG with Leoric Entomb, APOC, and Falstad Gust. Maybe even with Graviton Surge, it's going to be epic. But so much CC, but no damage, actually.
Well, that was the story of Game 1 with the incredible mosh pits that didn't get a single kill.
Actually, BlossoM banning Zeratul instead. That's a little odd. I was expecting them to take it.
Okay, the Uther ban. So they're just taking that away from BlossoM. BlossoM's had the proclivity to use that. And when you see a Zarya like this early in the draft, you're wondering who were they wanting to protect? And with Vala already banned, you're like, they're looking to protect somebody here. Let's just remove the Uther, force them to use a Tyrael if they want the divine status on a hero here. If they're going to grab Cho'Gao, this is the rotation, so I hope not for their sake, but we'll see if they want to commit. With Diablo, I just don't think it's the right move.
I think BlossoM wanted to go all in with the burst, with the Divine Shield coming out from Uther, and I think L5 just literally stopped that from happening with that one ban on Uther. And BlossoM now, because they shouldn't be using this much time if they had already had the theme, so they have to have plan B coming out now.
See what it is. It's going to be Kerrigan and Rhaegar together. So it's the protection that they're going to have for Kerrigan is going to be with the Zarya and the Rhaegar, not the Uther that they wanted. Old school Maelstrom Divine Shield combo. The draft of BlossoM, though, to be honest, feels a little bit weak and lacking in range damage. See what L5 wants to bring to the table here to deal with this Kerrigan combo. The Arthas pick, without that being removed, feels really strong here. They're going to look for a secondary range damage. Available heroes being Li Ming, still somewhat squishy and risky against a Kerrigan. Nazebo will grow with time. And the Sergeant Hammer, that's really still available here.
That's right.
Gul'dan was removed early on. And Kael Thos is actually something that we could see here. Would not be out of the question.
Arthas for more tankiness on the front line to provide more CCs to catch Kerrigan in a way. It's going to be gleaming. They want to pick on targets and get that reset for more damage. So what's it going to be for BlossoM? They have the last pick, very last pick of the draft.
Trying to think of something they could grab that would give them some potential CC to follow up with all of this, but not really thinking of anything. May just have to be the Sergeant Hammer here. Honestly, I will echo the thought again. I feel like Kael'thas would be really strong in this situation. He could pair with all this CC with his Graviton laps coming in, or Gravity Laps.
This one I think is going to be for Wiz, unless he actually goes on to Kerrigan instead. Wiz or Dudu's.
It's going to have to be Dudu's hero, right? So that's what I'm looking like. Is it Kael'thas? Is it just the Sergeant Hammer? Just feels like a weak pick no matter what, with all the heroes that were already taken away from them. Time is ticking. They need range DPS. Question is, what's it going to be? I think they're going to go with the Hammer. No, it's Lunara. With only the Rhaegar is healing. Usually we see Lunara with Lucio and Tassadar. With only the Rhaegar, this is going to be a little bit tougher. I feel like also Lunara is super squishy against the burst damage that Li Ming and Tychus can put out. If she gets caught ever by a Howling Blast, that is going to be the end of her and the end of the team fight. BlossoM went all in on this composition. They wanted the Uther for the Kerrigan. It was removed from them. And L5, I feel, really strongly wins this draft. We're up 2 games in this best of 5. They want to close it out with a 3-0. We'll see if they can do it as we move into Infernal Shrines. In blue, Scarlet on Rhaegar, Dudu on Lunara, Wiz on Kerrigan, Judy on Diablo, and No Chat on Zarya. Busan Police Force reporting in.
In red, L5 SCSC on Tychus, Nitrogen on Li Ming, Jungha on Arthas, Noblesse and Moradin, Swoi on Mapdurian.
Savant's is like, shh, because she's going to silence you. Failing arrow.
That's right.
We saw some Sylvanas earlier. Probably won't be seeing it again. Look at that Diablo, man. Super, super scary, man. Imagine something that's that tanky and that skiddy and also powerful.
Let's power up Subway there.
Subway diet, man, makes you strong for sure. This broadcast is in no way endorsed by Subway, by the way.
Not at all.
Although I do eat Subway sandwiches before work many times.
There's a good catch on the Noblesse, but actually caught. And Cheerleader is the first one to get blown up.
Cheerleader.
Way too much cheer there.
Dudu avoids the Storm Bolt. That was actually a pretty quick little dodge.
Healing the minion to keep the wave open for a little bit, so they don't use as much ammo as possible.
Well, we'll see how Judy's Diablo does with the pairing of CC they can have with the Kerrigan. In theory and on paper, it could be very powerful.
Also, something we didn't mention: Zarya's energy now decreases a little bit quicker than before.
That's true.
Just a little bit. That's also worth mentioning.
Definitely so, because she's not going to be, you know, sometimes in the past when you attack a Zarya, you just feel like an idiot because you're like, oh my god, I made a terrible mistake. Her shield just absorbed everything and she's full energy for a long time. Now, not as long. No Chat trying to dodge all the CC here, but there's a lot of it, so eventually does get taken out.
And notice how they kept on saving the CC until the last moment. They had the highest chance of actually hitting that CC. They had 2 available.
That's why it looked so silly that he was walking as, you know, staggering left and right there. So, Shrine is active now. L5 takes a slight EXP lead with those kills and the better soak. It's actually Kerrigan solo laning in the top, which is not really supposed to happen in this situation. Looks like they may just give this up, or at least they wanted to be on even talent tiers at 4, so Kerrigan gets that upgrade for her Q.
L5 already up on 20, picks onto Noblesse for some reason. They do not have the CC connection. Wiz actually gets blown up already. Kerrigan, with Kerrigan gone, they cannot contest for this shrine for sure.
Oh, it's going to be a double. No chat going down. Judy trying to charge away here. Imagine if Nachogen had Calamity, how one-sided this would have been. Still, the double kill here. They get full shrine control, take a level lead. So BlossoM, yes, they did even up the talent tiers, but when it came to the fight, couldn't actually make it happen, as we actually see the healing totem coming out at level 4 here for Rhaegar as well. Highly unusual. So he'll have some extra area healing temporarily for these fights that they expect to go longer. But with all the burst from L5, we've seen the opposite has been true so far.
That's true, and they even have Hungering for Power at level 1. Gonna get some more globes. Gonna give her some more damage for the time being. BlossoM wants to... Judy has been picking on Noblesse especially for some reason. Maybe... I'm pretty sure it's not personal issues, but... it's not personal issues, but... Better targets to be selected will be leaving.
Wait, is it
Malfurion.
Is it Candy Crush Muradin though? Hold on, I actually don't remember. We need to know.
It is all the time.
This is relevant. This is relevant, and I'll tell you why in a second.
It is all the time, especially for Noblesse.
Oh, I need to know. All right, well, I guess we'll just wait. He's going to pick on Junga this time. Actually doing very well. They get the combo, they get a pick. Unfortunately, it totally whiffs. Junga's just going to walk out. All right, it is Candy Crush Murder. Now, this is important because... ooh, that was slick! Right there, that dodge.
Great juke there by Dutu.
So, obviously with Diablo going on the Subway diet, he's opposed to all sorts of candy and sweets. So he does not want candy. He's like trying to convince Noblesse on the Muradin to switch to a more healthy diet, brush his teeth more often, get rid of the candy.
That's right, you're the one with brushing the teeth all the time.
Yeah, I'm all about that, and so is Diablo, man. He's got those pearly whites. He's got like 2 mouths, man, and both of them are all shiny. Okay. All right, Dudu, can he juke his way out of this one? I don't know.
This will be tough.
Oh, he does! Oh my god.
Barely, but Scarlet will... Maybe not, because he is in wolf form already, and CCs are out.
Noblesse goes in, and Judy tries to stop him. Not gonna happen. They get some extra soak during this in the top lane. It is gonna be top shrine, but
that's your support for the team. You have to make that sacrifice, man.
Yeah.
It's the mindset of the support.
Well, had he gone for, you know, Wolf Run, for example, perhaps that would have helped him get away, but nonetheless, good reaction time there by L5 to punish the move. If he gotten away, it would have been amazing. At the end, at least it was still only 1 death.
Let's see, and Judy does charge in for Noblesse.
I feel like if he had gone for Soy, that might have been a pick. Soy gets caught here by the combo,
it is going to be a pig already. Onto Malfurion. They do not have sustained. Nachogen try to look for some reset onto Dutu, but does not connect.
They can't win this fight against a Lunara without that sustained heal. Oh, interrupt on the toss. Nice.
Nice. No more candy for you.
Yeah, let it fade away and despawn. Judy's been working out on that Diablo. Diablo is jogging now. He's totally turned over a full new leaf, man. He's no longer the super evil Diablo. He's just a nice, healthy, and fit guy, okay?
I've got my
He's going to go delete all his old Facebook pictures of all the bad, dark times, and he's just going to have only clean Diablo now.
I like all Diablos.
Look at him. He's actually just working out. You know, it costs more energy when you crawl on all 4s, but he's just working out a little bit harder.
All right, L5 did hit level 10, and no chat is getting very low.
Oh! Sorry, I had to Korean commentator that one for a moment. He got away, though. Level 10 is up for L5, as you just mentioned. You know, and this is going to be an issue for BlossoM for a few more moments. At least they're going to be able to clean this up before the shrine spawns. Oh, I'm loving this new fit Diablo. Look at him. And out of there, doesn't even get rooted.
Very nice use of skills there on Judy to escape. Look at Arthas. It's Arthas does not have the utility skill, but it's just so tanky with the CC to actually can also be used defensively. You can just walk out of any kind of ganks or gank attempts or even picks, try it from the other side.
Definitely. L5 wants to time this so they get this camp before they engage on the shrine. And it looks like they will be successful. BlossoM wants to contest. The camp is already captured, though. I don't feel like this is worth it. No Chat's at full energy, but he gets caught by the Howling Blast. No Blast is keeping Dudu out of the fight. Nice Ancestral here onto Wiz, but there's no interrupt for the toss. And already No Chat is removed, and Judy will be the second to fall. No way out. Really crisp engage there by BlossoM to try to turn things around with a nice Ancestral, but it was really Noblesse that won the fight for them because they kept Lunara out of the picture. Dudu was constantly being threatened by the Candy Dwarf. And now they're going to get the double camp here as they already to remove the fort.
Expulsion Zone was just a little bit late and couldn't really catch Noblesse when jumping out. Even maybe just giving up on Noblesse and using it on the camp site could have been better to actually stall some time before L5 could took the camp. I think they could have done it if they were rushed right into the camp. They made the call. I think they could have went in and tried to steal the camp, but it was just not possible at the moment.
See if Leap becomes a big factor in some of these fights to get Lunara past that harassment. Perhaps it's tough to hit that because you could land in an even worse situation when you're pressured by a Murden in this case, but maybe if he had leaped over, it could have been a different situation where he gets in and can actually do more damage. His team supports him, maybe the Ancestral goes on him instead, and it's a different fight, but it's all in hindsight now, as this is going to be a one shrine for L5, but BlossoM doesn't reposition. Looks like Wiz is going to go in to do some harassment, but look at all the walk back here. L5 just walks them out of the center and gets the free kills, doubling the Skeletal Defender count currently as Wiz is super low. Might have to pop Maelstrom. Noblesse is going to commit in.
Wiz is going to all in the root, and Twilight Dream connects. Kerrigan is already gone. SCS gets very low, but does get healed by Swo at the very last second. Diablo will be the next target.
Looks to be a full wipe. Scarlet gets out. No more mana here for Nitrogen. Nice grenade. If Nitrogen had mana and had a combo after that grenade, perhaps they get the kill. But you went power hungry. He doesn't have any globes nearby. This is a Mortar Punisher, which is going to thrash this first fort. Now they're going to work on this keep wall. The respawn's still pretty quick for BlossoM, but we're even going to see SC commit to the Odin here to continue to push.
Yep, and also Noblesse jumping right into the wall with the Punisher going in. They want to break down this wall and even get Wiz gets Ancestral already. Ancestral's getting used for defensive uses all the time. Expulsion Zone to the zone out. Not going to really do too much onto the team fight.
Yeah, Jonga is not interested in leaving, actually. He wants to stay, so there's the double, and this is just more resets for Nitrogen. He's not completely diving in right now. Obviously, a short amount of mana left to capitalize on this. APOC not going to hit. Decent idea there for the APOC. If L5 had stayed a little bit longer, maybe it actually hit several, but they got out just in time.
What a connection there, and even the grenade to draw back Lunara from there so slightly to get the last bit of chunk of damage in.
Down goes the keep. G-Clef, it is a 4-level lead, double talent tier advantage for L5. 14 kills to 2. You know, you can't really put you can't point a finger at one specific thing that's gone wrong for BlossoM in this game, but the draft that they had where they're forced into Lunara without protection is just so awful in terms of team fighting.
I'm pretty sure they had something else in their mind, but Uther ban was the clutch ban coming out from L5, and their ability to just draft things out within a second just excels at this point. I
mean, if you think about this too, like, had the Uther, even though it's not supposed to be used this way, it could have allowed some more aggressive Lunara play. The burst heals to protect her, the extra armor coming in, but Kerrigan is just not able to fight alone, and it looks like there's some just different opinions even within the team as to where the shielding should be used, because it looks like No Chat is trying to be the melee carry fighter in this game, where actually should be providing a little bit more poke and support with the Kerrigan. He's gone into like his melee, or not melee, but you know, auto attacks, which are virtually melee. And that's how he's talented here, instead of working the protection to help Kerrigan in the front line. So Kerrigan is totally worthless without any sort of real secondary support. Lunara is constantly harassed by Noblesse in the back line, so can't get in to do damage. And suddenly it looks like L5 just doesn't care about anything. See the expulsion zones coming down, and no one wants to leave. You know, like this again, Noblesse is like, yeah, okay, I guess you kept the rest of my team out, but I want to fight you. I am not turning around. You could drop that expulsion zone there, but I am going in, and I was regardless.
The cleanse and all the damage connects, and the entire team is very low. Noblesse is the only one. Nitrogen is already, and there's a Twilight Dream to pick on Kerrigan. Diablo is CC'd, and Dudu's going to be going down, and No Chat barely made his way from the side.
Dudu was done, and L5 is looking to finish this game, waltzing to the core, completely ignoring No Chat, who wants to decrease his KDA. It appears he is flirting with his life, and that is going to be game over. L5 will take the series 3-0. No Chat staying alive here. They're going to send Wiz out of the Hall of Storms. Ice Block comes down immediately. Nitrogen very low. But Noblesse is not even auto-attacking here. It doesn't matter. They get the kill on the Li Ming, but that is it. 18 kills to 3. L5 takes it 3-0. Untouchable so far in this tournament. We'll see them face off against MVP Black on